Chapter 28. This place still gives me the creeps, Sparks whispered. I remember when Spyro and I first came here to save 42. There were apes everywhere. Don't even get me started on the Ice King. I thought it was just a frozen statue, but no. It had to be a giant monster that wanted to kill us like every other frozen in the world. Will you keep it down? Flame hissed. They'll hear you. Well, excuse me. I remember when I'm nervous. You remember even when you're not. That's not true. The bigger anyone they heard a growl down the corridor. Flame ducked in the shadows as much as he could. He and Sparks had emerged from the tunnel leading into the catacombs and had been exploring for several minutes. They had heard the sounds of wolves moving about, but everything had quickly grown silent. What the hell are all these bloody dragons? A deep voice grumbled. I know they're around here somewhere. Sparks and Flame both looked at each other. I think it's a trap, Spark whispered. Shh, Flame hissed. Did you hear that? One of the wolves stopped and looked in the air. Yeah, sounds like they're close. The lead wolf snarled and licked his lips. Flame swallowed hard. He couldn't see very well in the darkness, and there was hardly any lanterns around. He was about to turn and retreat back down the corridor when he got an idea. Sparks, I can't see. I need to be my eyes right now. What? I'm not your own portable lantern. Dragfly retorted offendedly. Use your fire breath. If I do, then what if they have Cinder's Spyro? We can't return them and try and get at the wolves. Fine. Sparks grumbled and floated off from their hiding spot. He took a deep breath and got up all his courage. Here goes nothing. He puffed his chest out and took off down the dark hall, screaming at the top of his lungs. The wolves yelped and jumped in surprise, dropping the black dragon they were carrying. Sparks hollered in their ears as he zipped through their heads in dizzying circles, blinding them with his bright golden glow. The wolf snarled and swung at the insect, but Sparks was too fast and small for them to hit. Sparks, move! Flame shouted. The dragonfly ducked to the ground as a wave of fire rushed towards him. He covered his antennae as the tornado of fire burned the wolves above him. The canines howled in pain as he burned away. The roar of the flames died off, and the dragonfly dared to open his eyes. Sorry about that. Flame apologized as he walked up. Sparks dusted the ash off himself and checked to see if anything was scorched. Oh, no problem. Sparks waved a hand. Glad I could be your decoy. Next time, it's your turn and I'll scorch you when you least expect it. Flame chuckled. Sure, whatever you say, Sparks. Flame! Ember's voice called from down the corridor. A shower of sparks illuminated torches in the tunnel. The fire dragoness instead came bounding down the hall. Are you alright? I heard someone screaming. She came to a halt in front of him and gave him a quick inspection. I'm fine. Flame nodded. It was just Sparks providing a distraction. Like I do best. The dragonfly crossed his arms proudly. Leon! Stella cried. Flame and Sparks turned around. The wolves had been carrying the black dragon and had dropped him when Sparks had surprised him. The dragon was unconscious and still nudging with her snout. Leon? Leon, wake up! She pleaded. After several minutes, the black dragon groaned. Thank goodness, Stella sighed with relief when his eyes opened. Where am I? He whimpered. It's okay now. Stella lay down and draped a wing around him confidently. You're safe. Stella? What happened? He lifted his head and clutched at it with his paw. You've been missing for a couple hours now. Stella stroked his head softly. You disappeared at the first attack. We've been looking for you along with Spyro and Cinder. Spyro? Cinder? We need to get moving, Flame said. Stella, you take Leon back to surface and wait for us there. Ember, Sparks, and I are going to find Spyro Cinder. Right, Stella nodded. She positioned herself under Leon and helped him to his feet. The black dragon was a little wobbly but was able to stay on all fours. Good luck, Leon sighed as Stella helped him down the hall. Flame nodded before turning back to Ember. We should hurry. Oh my god, you're hurt! Ember gasped. What? Flame and Sparks exclaimed together and glanced at one another. The firefight detective at the dragon found no sign of injury. I think Sparks is fine. Flame looked up to see Ember's face up close to his. Ember? Your wing! She pointed at the long bleeding gash on his wing biceps. Oh, that? Flame looked over his wound. I guess I had forgotten about that. When did that happen? During the fight when the wolves had ambushed us. I got nicked, but I guess I just didn't pay any attention. Flame, it's dangerous to leave a wound like that untreated in this environment, Ember scolded. Come here. She wrapped her tail around his neck and yanked it close to her. She pressed her chest up to us and kissed him deeply. Almost instantly, the wound sealed up. Sparks averted his gaze. He was surrounded by dragons who were in love with one another. It was almost too much for him to have to leave whenever Cinder and Spyro started kissing. Ember released Flame and brought her tail under his chin. Don't do that again, understood? I don't want anything to happen to you and I'm not around to help you. Then I guess I'll just have to keep you out of my sight then, huh? Flame gave his usual goofy grin. Ember gave him a look. You're lucky you're so cute. Hey, can we get going, little birds? Sparks interrupted. We need to find Spyro Cinder. Right. Flame nodded. The three friends dashed down the hall with Sparks leading the way. As they moved along, they lit the torches to help guide their way. After a good half-hour searching, Sparks came to a halt. Hey, does it bother you two that we haven't seen any more wolves around? Both fire breathers looked at each other. Yeah, now that you mention it, Flame nodded. What are you thinking? Ember asked with a raised brow. You don't think they fled to you? I don't see why they would. Flame shook his head. They have the advantage in a place like this. They could easily... His voice trailed off. Surround us? Ambush us? Kill us? Sparks finished. The two dragons didn't move for several minutes. At last, Flame turned to Ember. Go with Sparks back to the surface. If I don't make it back in 1 hour, I want you to leave without me. You may need to bring the other guardians back here if it comes to that. Not on your life. Ember shook her head violently. We're a pair and a team. Not even the darkness could drag me away from you. Ember. No! The big dragon pressed her nose to his, and Ember Flame saw a fire burn in her eyes that he had never seen before. It almost made him afraid. Ember placed a paw on his chest and let her talons dig into his chest scales enough to get the point across that she would not leave him. Alright. He almost drew away. He looked at Sparks. You can head back to surface if you want. You don't have to come with us. No, I don't. Sparks shook his head. But I wouldn't leave Spyro unless I absolutely had to. The young fire guard inside. He continued down the corridor with Ember and Sparks at his side. The three friends proceeded more cautiously, expecting an attack at any moment. After some time, they stumbled across the dungeons. Ember lit the torches, and Sparks flew about the cells, checking for any sign of the missing dragons. Whoa! He stopped when he came to a cell where the bars had been melted through. He waved a hand for a putrid smell. Yeah, that Cinder's work alright. Do you think she escaped? Ember asked as she studied the melted metal. Sure looks that way, Sparks nodded. Maybe she found Spyro and they made it out of here. I'm not too sure about that, Flame said from across the cell block. None of the other cages had been broken into. I'm almost guessed that she and Spyro were separate when she broke out. Then what are we waiting for? Playing detective? Sparks exclaimed. Let's see if we can actually find them. Ember moved ahead to light the way down from the darkened corridors. She spat another stream of sparklers. The light revealed a small chamber ahead. The fire breathers entered the room and stared into the darkness. It's cold in here, Ember shivered. I don't like it. I know what you mean. Flame moved close to her. See if you can find a torch nearby. He leaned his head back and spilled a tower of fire. The flames illuminated the room in a bright orange light as he spattered against the ceiling high above. Suddenly Ember screamed. Flame shut his mouth and light died away. Ember, what is it? The dragon stared into the dark with the power over her mouth. Flame followed her eyes and inhaled again. He fired a ball into the air. The fireball exploded, drenching the room in a deep red aura. Sparks looked sick at the sight before him and Flame's eyes grew wide. Across the chamber was Spyro. His body hung limp in a crucified pose. His forearms stretched to the sides and were changed to a pair of spears that hung from the ceiling. His wings were torn and hung limp at his back. Blood trickled from his mouth and several open wounds across his body, forming a small pool beneath him. On the wall behind him was this message written in the purple dragon's own blood. This is only the beginning of the end. Amber turned and wretched all over the floor. As she continued to hurl, Flame slowly approached his friend. When he was close enough, he fired a quick burst of fire, burning the spears. The weapons broke and Spyro fell to the floor. Flame placed a paw on his friend's neck, expecting the worst. Much to his relief, he felt a pulse. He's alive, he announced as Sparks drew closer. The dragonfly was unsure of what to make of the scene. He had never seen his brother in this sort of state before or treated so savagely. Flame looked back towards the dragoness who was trying to get herself under control, but wasn't being very successful. Sparks, take Ember back to the surface, Flame ordered. I'll be right behind you guys once I get Spyro out of these chains. You got it, Sparks saluted. He flew back to the dragoness. Come on, Ember, we need you to get out here and get into some fresh air. The dragoness didn't argue. She staggered after him as he led her back into his hallway. Flame watched her leave and listened to the sounds of her chokes and gags echo down the hallway, or tunnel. He bit down on chains that bounced Spyro and pulled them off. He could taste Spyro's blood in the metal and it left a bitter residue on his tongue. When he leaned down to hoist the purple dragon up, his body felt cold. Damn it, he cursed. These fools just let you freeze to death. Left you to freeze to death. Damned savages. With a loud grunt, he had Spyro up onto his back. Once he got himself situated, he turned back to the hallway and headed for the surface.